Asian grocery stores are where it's at for finding a great deal on most of your pantry staples and regular groceries. I won't say that it's a replacement for the normal grocery store, but I find that Asian stores have so many great deals for fresh produce I won't find at normal grocery stores. For example, I was sick recently, so I bought some ginger. At the H Mart, it was 98 cents per pound, but I went to my Safeway first to see if they had ginger, and it was literally over $5 a pound. TNT in particular has a bunch of different deals that they always serve as lost leaders to kind of lure you into the store in order to get you to buy their more expensive stuff. I even found ramen, like buldak ramen, for literally $1.50 for a pack of 6. I did buy 2 packs, and that has been such a great pantry item for me for when I don't feel like cooking but still want to get a hot meal in. Other things like that are why I always make sure to check out their deals online before I go in and make a consolidated list of groceries. I also like to go around and peruse the store just to see what kind of things they have. I tried kimchi for the first time because it was on sale at the TNT, and I am literally obsessed with it. It is so good. Why didn't anybody ever tell me kimchi is so great? I tried making my own kimchi and it did not turn out nearly as well, so I will stick to the kind that I can get at the store, but it pairs so perfectly with ramen and rice. I love it so much. The frozen items at TNT are literally so great. I love trying all of it. I even got different kinds of Melona bars for a really good deal. If you don't know what a Melona bar is, it's basically melon ice cream in the form of a popsicle stick. It's really good. It's high quality ice cream too, and all of their different flavors are so good. I personally prefer the mango one, but I also like the green original melon flavor one. I also like to look at all of their different snacks, especially for big Asian grocery stores like TNT. They're always running different kinds of deals on snacks, so I try to stock up. Pocky has become a recent hyperfixation for me, and they were also running a really good deal on Pocky, so I got a bunch of different flavors. The cookies and cream is elite. It's such a good flavor, but strawberry is a tried and true that you cannot mess up. What are some of your favorite Asian snacks if you've ever had any? Now, one thing that I will say is that big grocery stores like TNT oftentimes have better deals on snacks and convenience meals. Meanwhile, the smaller grocery stores are where it's at for buying different kinds of produce. That's how I personally split up my grocery list. I go to the small stores and pick up all of the different kinds of produce. TNT and other big grocery stores are going to be upcharging you. It's just something that I've noticed. Family-owned smaller grocery stores are oftentimes just so much better for getting higher quality and cheaper produce than the big ones are. They cannot compete in terms of snack items. I think that it's because TNT has so much volume that they're bringing things in for a considerably cheaper amount, and they can pass on those savings to the customer. That being said, of course, there's still going to be upcharges on basically everything that you're buying, which is why I always just try to stick to the snacks and the convenience items that are a loss leader, like that buldak ramen that I was. This konjac jelly that I'm looking at is another one of those really good items that were offered for much cheaper than it would have been at another store, so I definitely swiped up a couple of packs of those. Another thing that I really like getting at TNT and other kinds of Asian stores are beauty items. Beauty items I found are actually significantly cheaper at TNT, especially Asian beauty items, and I definitely prefer Asian focused beauty items. I think that Asian makeup in general focuses more on beauty from within. Do you guys prefer Asian beauty or Western beauty products? Because I oftentimes go between them. I think that the best way is honestly to get items from both sides. A lot of SPFs and other skincare items from Asian stores are so much better than the Western equivalents, but Western facial makeup I've seen is more pigmented. The biggest tip that I can recommend anybody who wants to go to TNT or equivalent stores is to go online and make sure that you're seeing all of the different weekly sales and stuff before you go into the store. Every time that I don't do that, I always end up overbuying, but if I look online before I go into the store, I will make a consolidated list of everything that I want. I really enjoy seeing all of the different kinds of manager specials that they have though in person, because the manager specials are something that is not always going to be marked online. It's whatever the manager of the store saw was either going bad or was going to expire soon and decided to put up for sale. I oftentimes buy those things. They're not going to go bad immediately, so I will pick up a packet or two and enjoy the deals. I know that that might be gross, but personally it saved me a lot of money. My ultimate holy grail for going to a TNT is the fresh produce section. I think that fresh produce is so amazing at every kind of Asian store, especially these big ones, because they have so many different deals on produce that is just not available at a normal American grocery store. Have you guys ever tried jackfruit? I saw it available at the TNT, and I think that this is jackfruit season. Jackfruit is such a weird fruit to me. It tastes good, but it's oddly slimy, and if you cut into a jackfruit, you'll see that there's a lot of weird glue-like substance, so you have to be really careful when you're cutting it open. The outside also is super prickly looking, and it kind of looks intimidating when you look at it at first, so I can't imagine what the thought process was when the first person started eating jackfruit. Another one of those kind of weird looking fruits that I don't understand how people originally started eating is durian. TNT also had durian, and I've tried durian. I didn't particularly love the flavor, but I can see people liking the flavor because it was oddly vanilla-like. It's just the smell was not something that I was able to get over. But if you've ever seen durian, it's like this super spiky plant that looks really, really intimidating when you're first looking into it. And I don't understand. It's so fun to think about history of cultivation for all of these different kinds of things. Another fruit that I saw at the TNT that I personally love, but is also a member of the spiky shelled community, is lychee fruits. Lychee fruits are so good. It's just a pain to try to peel them and get the seed out and then eat them. I always pop them into my mouth and spit the seed out, which is kind of uncouth, but they're so good. They're so sweet. And I think that this is actually lychee fruit season also, which is why so many different Asian markets have them available. If you can, I would definitely encourage you to get at least a pound or so and just try it out. Comment below what your favorite fruit and vegetable is. My favorite fruit is a mango, and my favorite vegetable is actually an eggplant. Both of those are kind of slimy in texture, which is why a lot of people don't like them, but for me, the texture and the taste is just perfect. A word of caution: if you do want to go to TNT or other Asian stores, don't go on the weekend if you can help it, because that's when every single family goes, and it's a very chaotic, overwhelming experience. I try to go during the weekdays after work or on a holiday if I can, because a lot of Asian families don't go during the weekdays or holidays, and it's a lot less chaotic, and I can actually move around without bumping into a bunch of different people. I always joke around with my mom that going to an Asian store on the weekend during peak hours of like the mid-afternoon is like experiencing Asia for the first time. There's just a bunch of people walking around yelling for their families, grabbing a bunch of different items. It's such a fun experience, but if it's your first time going to an Asian store, I would not recommend it because you might accidentally get scared off from going. Today was not a bad day. It was a bit early in the morning though, which is probably why there weren't that many people walking around, and it was still kind of chaotic. A reason for why it was so chaotic maybe because they were having a massive deal on a bunch of different staple items, so everybody and their families decided to go in. I wish that other Asian stores would follow TNT's example and start posting their weekly ad on the internet. I find it so much easier to be able to see if any given week has something good on sale and then plan a trip to go just to get the items that I need. If I don't see anything in stock, then I just won't go to the store unless I absolutely need something, and even then I'm like questioning if I should go, mostly because it's kind of a hassle to get around and go to a bunch of different stores. I have to admit that I am lazy, and I try to only go to a couple different stores if I can help it. That being said, if I see a really good deal at one store that isn't available at any of the other stores and I price in my time for traveling to that place, I will make a trip out. And not being able to see the weekly ad makes me much less willing to go to those other stores just because I don't know what's on sale and I don't want to make an entire trip somewhere for only one item. I love getting free samples of things just because I want to be able to taste something before I commit to it. The oat milk drink that I was picking up here is so good. I picked up a couple of packets of this. They were really, really sweet, but not in an overbearing, cloyish way, and the free sample definitely influenced me to get it. I think that more grocery stores should do free samples just because they do influence people to get things that they might not otherwise get. That's why I really like going to Costco too. That is all for today. Let me know what your favorite grocery stores are. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys next time. I love you so, so much. Bye!